guys, I'm Leila. Today we're in Raid Shadow Legends, and we have a showcase today for Urost the Soul Cage, basically soloing the event dungeon stage 30. And this showcase is going to be courtesy of David. David, thank you so much. Hey, Angelus, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. The rest of the team is going to be Mithrala. She'll be in lead for accuracy because accuracy is going to be super important in this. We're going to have Lydia, we're going to have Elva, we're going to have Seer, but primarily Urost is the star of the show in this showcase, so we'll get to it in a minute. Now, what's going to be really, really important with Urost is you want to have him really, really tanky. He is going to need, I think, like over 500 on the accuracy, I believe, is what David was telling me here. Yeah, he needs 500 accuracy or more to land his poisons. That's going to be really, really important. And if you are fortunate enough to get a blessing, which David does not have a blessing for him yet, is you're going to want Miracle Heal, okay? Has a chance of restoring a portion of a destroyed max HP when his champ heals himself or an ally. However, if you do end up having a good amount of HP, then you don't necessarily need to worry about that. Okay, so what we're going to see here is Urost is in a regen and then also an immortal set. And then we do have, we have some accessories here as well too. And it looks like, David got around to buffing up the artifacts as well too. Look at that. Oh, extra speed on these HP boots. That's great, especially since it's not necessarily a speed boot. That's fantastic because it is an HP champ as well. And then it looks like we got some extra pieces here. We got some stone skin with some extra defense. Very, very nice. Okay, so now we are over here in stats, and I don't think we have anything for the event dungeon. So let's just see like his overall. Overall, he's at almost 108,000 HP. Again, remember for this, you're going to want him really tanky. We have 1,800 attack, 4,300 defense, 210 on the speed, 33% crit rate, 95% crit damage. And this piece is not that important because, again, primarily it's going to kind of be the poisons. If you don't understand that, I will show his abilities in a minute so you'll understand. 216 resistance, 516 accuracy. Remember, you want over 500 accuracy. And then we don't have any of the ignore defense. Yeah, very, very nice build. And I want to say he's not even fully booked, as you guys see there. Is that we're missing one here on the shield, which is okay because it doesn't really affect this that much. And other than that, though, yeah, we're just missing the one. And then here's his masteries. Again, not fully mastered either. David kind of just went to get him the T6. And you're going to see that he's down the defense and the support with the T6 being Eagle Eye. Again, more accuracy. You're going to give it to him. David's like, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I got it. But, you guys will see in a minute. It's okay. You don't necessarily need it. All right, his abilities, if you're not familiar with it. Jagged Knuckles. Now, this is what we're going to probably be focusing on along with his passive. As he attacks, it places a shield, and the shield's value increases for each poison debuff on the target. That becomes important because you want the poisons landing, which again is why you want the accuracy. So Call of the Cages is passive. When attacked, he has a 50% chance of placing a poison on the attacker for 2 turns. Whenever an ally is attacked with strength and has a provoke, whenever this champ's max HP, increases champ's max HP by 5%. Whenever an enemy receives damage from a poison, which is kind of what we want. We want him landing poisons and we want her being damaged by it. Whenever an enemy receives damage from a poison placed by his champ, destroys their max HP by 5%. All right. So we're going to primarily be, so you guys will see this when we run it, is that we're going to be focusing on Jagged Knuckles and then also in with the passive. And those of you guys watching YouTube Twitch chats asking about the relic. So he does have a relic. It's Golden Elixir. The wearer is instantly healed by 10% whenever their HP drops below 50%. So David has this in here again just for more defense and just to kind of make sure that his HP stays up. Because again, the whole point is just going to be soloing this boss. All right, so that is primarily what we got here for Urost. And again, so what we're going to do is we're going to be running the showcase in the event dungeon stage 30. All right, guys, here we are. We are in the event dungeon stage 30, and here's our team. We do have Mithrala in lead for the accuracy in all battles by 80, but also keep in mind that David says this is basically going to be like an Urost solo, right? But before we do that, let's check out the team setup. All right, where are we? Team setup right here. So we have Mithrala starting with her Briming Helix here. Moves all debuffs from allies and does a strengthen. Seer, we're just going to be shutting off her clan banner. Elva, we're leaving her alone as is. Lydia, we're also going to be leaving her alone as is. And then for Urost, we're shutting off 2 of his abilities, and we only want his A1, which is Jagged Knuckles. His A1 places a shield equal for max HP for 2 turns, and value increases by each poison debuff on the target. All right, here we go. So again, this should be a solo, primarily, or else to be soloing it. He said eventually she drops. Okay. So the ads are down. All right, so we're not worried about the rest of the team dropping. Urost should handle it from here because look at that. Look at all those heals. Urost. His health just keeps going right back up. Gotta love that. Heals, and then he goes and hits her. So what is really important here, like I had mentioned, is David talks about support just to make him as super tanky as possible. And then when you are able to get blessings for him, try to get emergency heal is the one that you want to go for. Yeah. Those of you guys watching YouTube, David's pointing that out again about emergency heal is great for more heals, but if he's tanky enough, you may not necessarily need it. But emergency is really good for that too. Letting poisons on the boss would be really important, and he does need 5 accuracy or more to land them, and eventually she does die because you see that he's stacking the poisons on her, and her health is ticking down. Okay, so we got her about halfway. Look at that. And I mean, he's not in any problem whatsoever. Like, he ends up getting to about like half health. Yeah, David, this is great. Thank you. So he ends up getting to about like half health, and then he heals, and then he just goes. And he does just keep, look at all the poison. He just keeps stacking. And so she's slowly being withered away here with those poisons, and he just doesn't care. Great job, David. I'd love to know if you got anyone else here is using Urost for anything. Make sure you guys drop me a comment down below where you're using them, if you're using them, or you know, has this inspired you? Will you start using him now? Nice. Okay. All right, she's almost there. So you see we're at like what? Is it like a quarter health? Yeah, it's about a quarter, right? Almost there. Just love seeing the heals keep popping off over here. Okay. Nice. She only has a smidge left. Yeah, again, yeah, so David's pointing out it's not the fastest run, but it's been 100% runs. And it is fun seeing, I really do like seeing like these kind of solos. These solo carries are great. All right, so she's like got a smidge left. There, and then she just fainted and passed out. There we go. Look at that. So 3 mil damage. And his best time has been 3:26. This run was 3:45. Again, so not the fastest, but it's kind of a fun way for us to see some of what Urost can do. David, thank you again so much for the showcase. Guys, drop me some comments down below if you're using him for some other things. I do have, let's see, I have some people in Twitch chat talking about using him in Doom Tower bosses and in Curse City. Yeah, so it's good to see you guys use some places. And then now we have him in the event dungeon as well too. Drop me some comments down below. Let me know what you think. And guys, thanks for watching.